Hey everyone, it's Miranda. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then hey, for the first time, why don't you subscribe? Become the newest member of the Slashed Squad. Here I review products you won't feel guilty buying and do looks you can actually recreate at home. I'm very excited to make this video. It's a little bit something different. Today I'm going to be giving you an update on products I've been sponsored to talk about throughout the past year. I'm pretty transparent with you all when I do get a brand deal. Most of you know that this is my full-time job, being an influencer. So between YouTube and Instagram and my blog, this is how I pay my bills, how I pay my mortgage, how I put food on my table. So with that said, I do rely on brand deals to sustain my social media presence. Now, anytime I get a brand deal, I make sure that I test the product or products thoroughly before creating any content, because it just helps me sleep at night knowing that I'm being honest with you. And it's important to me that any product I put my stamp of approval on is something that I really believe in. But in this video, I actually want to do an update on most of the products I have been sponsored to talk about in the past year, sharing with you, are they still part of my routine? Do I have any new thoughts about them? Because I often get asked, mostly in Instagram DMs, like, do I still use a product that I had a brand deal with, or do I still like it after X amount of months, whatever. So this is gonna be a brand deal product update, but this video is not sponsored. None of these brands have paid me to talk about the product again. So let's just get into it. The first product I want to update you on is the Revlon One Step Hair Dryer and Volumizer. This is probably my favorite product that has come out of a brand deal in the past year. I use it every single time I dry my hair. So I did this brand deal back in November and I immediately fell in love with this tool. I had used a similar one from Revlon like a few years ago. It was kind of one of my first viral videos, but this one is my absolute favorite blow dryer I've ever tried because it cuts down drying and styling time combined. It reduces the amount of heat that I'm exposing my hair to, and I just love the way my hair looks after I use this. Just 20 minutes, I'm done with all of my hair, and I got a lot of hair and it's thick and textured, so this is like a wonder product for me. So yeah, still using this, still loving it. I will link the video that I did for this product down below so you can see how it works, but I even convinced my mom to buy one of these. She had wrist surgery at the end of last year and she was having a really hard time blow drying her hair and then flat ironing it. If you've seen my natural hair and how poofy it is, my mom's is like times 10. She always has to heat style her hair, but she just couldn't lift the heat tools for that amount of time that it takes to blow dry it and then go through and straighten it. So I was like, you need to get this tool. It'll just do it all in one step. It's lightweight, easy to use. You can do it with one hand if you need to, because she had one broken hand with a cast on and she fell in love with it too. And my mom's very picky about her hair tools because her hair is so difficult. So in general, I'm pretty evangelical about this now and definitely one of my absolute favorites that I've discovered in the past year. All right, speaking of hair, I did a brand deal for the John Frieda Day 2 collection a little while ago. It was actually rather recent. And this whole collection was based around the idea of styling and maintaining hair that is unwashed, which is totally my jam because I only wash my hair once a week, basically, especially because it is colored. So I think there were about 4 products that I highlighted in that video, but the 2 that I'm using the most out of the line still is the dry shampoo, the Day 2 Revival Dry Shampoo, and the Wave Refresh Spray. So the dry shampoo is probably one of my favorites now for several reasons. It's a very, very fine mist, so it goes on evenly. You're not adding loads of product to your hair, and because it's so fine, it doesn't make your hair feel heavy at the root like some dry shampoos do. Because it's a fine spray, it does not add a lot of texture to the hair. So I find it to be perfect for my thick and already texturized hair because it's not gonna add that bulk. And as far as the Wave Refresh Spray, so when I'm not blow drying my hair and straightening it with the Revlon tool, I'll air dry it, and you know, I get really pretty waves if I do air dry, but as soon as I like comb through the tangles, either with my fingers or even a wide tooth comb, I lose a lot of the definition in my waves. So I'll use the Wave Refresh Spray after I comb out my hair, and scrunch a little bit to get that definition back. So it definitely restores the shape of my waves after I've kind of finger combed them out, and it also adds shine, which is nice for when my hair's looking a little dull, you know, 2 days after I've washed it. Maybe I've slept on it, I've thrown it up in a ponytail for working out. It kind of just helps my waves spring back to what they look like when I first air dry my hair. All right, one of the more surprising products that I did a brand deal for were these nail strips from Dashing Diva. I was a big nail strip hater before I did that video, so when they reached out asking to work with me, I was like, okay, but if the product doesn't work, I'm not gonna do it because I have never had a good experience with nail strips. And I was super surprised to find out that they actually worked really well. I actually have them on my nails right now because I just came back from vacation and I'm about to go on another trip, and these just last so well. They're probably the one nail product that lasts the longest on me because I'm very hard on my nails. Here's what this set looks like. I love the accent nails that come in the sets as well. This is about 4 days in, I wanna say. And out of maybe like the 6 packets that they sent me, there was only one that I felt didn't perform the same way as all the other ones, and I think it might have just been like a bad pack or it was exposed to heat or something because they did not want to stick to my nails, but all the other ones I've had absolutely no problem with, and they've lasted about 2 weeks before they're grown out enough where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take these off, you know what I mean? I will say too, and I mentioned this in the actual sponsored video that I did, but the jewels that come with some of the kits where they're kind of like little studs, can you see them right here? Those do not last. Those last maybe a day and a half before they fall off. Okay, so a few months ago, I did a sponsored video for Physicians Formula. They are one of my favorite brands to work with. And I was talking about my favorite skincare products from them because I think that their skincare line is a little looked over at the drugstore. Everybody knows them for, you know, their butter makeup and everything, but they've got really awesome skincare. Now, in that video, I talked about how my skin has been the most sensitive it has ever been lately, and how the Physicians Formula products, because they are, you know, dermatologist approved and hypoallergenic and whatnot, they were really helping me kind of get a handle on my routine without irritating my skin. My skin's definitely evened out a little bit, and because we are getting summer weather here in Vegas, I mean, we're reaching the 90s every day pretty consistently now, I am gonna be doing another skincare overhaul soon for what my skin needs this season. But out of the products that I spoke about in that video, there are 3 that I'm actually still consistently using. So that would be the Perfect Matcha 3-in-1 Cleansing Balm. You can see I love using this when I'm wearing full face makeup or waterproof makeup. It really just melts away everything. And so I'll actually scoop this onto my Foreo Luna device and use that to work it in and really get all the gunk out of my pores. I'm also using the Skin Booster Vitamin Shot in Brightening, which is the vitamin C one. I'm really trying to tackle my hyperpigmentation right now. And then I'm also using still the Rosé All Night cream. This has been perfect amount of moisture for me. It's not too heavy, it really sinks into the skin, and I still feel moisturized by the morning time. Also, they just put out a rosé kit, like a little travel size kit, and that came with this new full-size eye cream that is the same Rosé All Day formula, and they are going to be selling this separately, but right now it only comes in that kit, and I did a sponsored post for it on my blog and Instagram, and I just wanted to let y'all know that I really, really like this. It's so hard for me to find drugstore eye creams because my eyes are so sensitive, but this has been awesome. Okay, so Smile Direct Club. I was sponsored by them twice. I had 2 sponsored videos back in 2016. I think they were both in 2016 actually. And then since then, I've made a lot of update videos that have not been sponsored, but a lot of people are skeptical because of the fact that I still got my treatment for free. But as an update, I still use the retainers. My teeth are doing great. I actually did a whole Smile Direct Club update recently, so I will definitely link that below. So sometimes in those videos, especially if I'm showing befores and afters, I'll get a comment like, hey sis, did you know that that bottom tooth is still a little bit crooked? Like, do you not see that? Hun, I see it. Let me explain. I'm still extremely happy with how straight we've gotten my teeth compared to where they were, but the reason why one tooth is still just like a milliliter off. Millimeter? Sorry, we don't use metric system in the United States. The reason why it's like the literal subtlest bit crooked is because if I really wanted it to be like completely in a perfect line, I would need to shave the tooth shape. My teeth are shaped like this on the bottom, so up at the top they're wider, so they can't like get fully in line, like there's not enough space for them. And then if I shaved them down a little bit so that it was enough space for it to pivot, I would need to then wear more aligners to like close those gaps, you know what I mean? So I don't want to shave my teeth. I don't want to do that, especially because that would entail me going to like my actual dentist and paying for that separately. I'm totally happy with how my teeth look right now, and it still worked, you know what I'm saying? Because my tooth was like almost perpendicular to the rest of my teeth in the beginning. So that's just a little explanation, because some people are like, but they didn't straighten your teeth. But they did. Like, they did as much as they could for being 3D printed aligners and not ever going into the dentist, you know what I'm saying? Okay, lastly, these are probably my most controversial brand deals that I've done, and some of my most watched too, but I want to talk about the Finishing Touch Flawless products. So we did 3 sponsored videos with this brand. We did Finishing Touch Brows, which I think might be my most watched one out of the 3, Flawless Legs, and then the normal Finishing Touch Flawless device, which is for like larger areas of your face, the upper lip, etc. So here's the thing. First of all, there are so many knockoffs of this product online that it's maddening. And a lot of these knockoffs, they actually steal my video and like re-upload it to Instagram, whatever, to show me giving a good review for their knockoffs. And I feel like this is a big reason why people then come to my video and they're like, mine didn't work. Mine came dead. Mine never showed up after ordering it, da 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 da. So I just wanted to put that out there. If you see a video of me reviewing these products and it's not on the Finishing Touch Flawless website and it's on some random like straight from China website, that's not the product I'm using. They might look exactly the same, but it's not the same product. So I feel like that's a really big part of why I get a lot of comments like, this is totally fake and paid for because mine sucked. Another thing is that everybody's body hair is different, so something that works for one person may not work for the other. I had a really good experience with all 3 of these products, so let's just go through each one, and I'll talk about which ones I use the most and which one not so much anymore. Okay, the normal Finishing Touch Flawless. I actually used this for a long time before the brand even contacted me about doing a video for them. I included this in my wedding day makeup routine video, and that was way before I even partnered with them. So I do still use the original, and I mostly use this for the upper lip area. I have used this to shave my face fully, which I think I talked about in that video that I did for this product. I've done it maybe once in the past couple months, but because my skin was so freaking out and I was having a lot of acne as well, I didn't want to go over acne with this, even though it is like sensitive skin friendly, just I didn't want to like get my acne all up in it, you know what I mean? So I haven't done a full face shave recently, but I still do use this pretty much once a week to keep the upper lip in check. The Flawless Legs, this one is the more expensive one of the 3, and I get a lot of questions about this. I do still use this, and I actually talked about it in a recent Instagram story, but obviously those expire. So this is basically like 4 of these heads put together so that you can tackle a larger area such as your legs, and I do still use this. Now, I also shave my legs in the shower, but when I do use this, it's when I haven't shaved and I want to run out in shorts or a dress, so it's super easy to dry shave instead of like getting in the shower and doing a shave, or even throwing my legs over the tub and, you know, getting wet. Sometimes it's just not convenient. So this has been kind of like a last minute rescue product for me. Now I will say that this works best on hair that is grown out a little bit, like a 1/4 to 1/2 inch grown out. If you try to use this over stubble, you're gonna be super disappointed. And I'm gonna be honest with you, there are some times where my leg hair gets that long because I'm wearing jeans every day, and who cares? So that is mostly how I use this in my routine now. It's not an everyday product for me. It's not an every shave product for me because I do still use the razor in the shower. This is more of, I want to dry shave, but dry shaving with a normal razor irritates my skin, so this is the best way to do it. It's definitely coming in handy now that the weather is nicer and I've been wanting to wear more dresses and shorts lately, but I'm still like not in the mindset of shaving every shower because we just had winter. Now, finishing touch brows. This one is probably the one that I see my videos stolen for the most and the one that I see the most knockoffs for. Out of the 3 finishing touch products, this is the one that I've been using the least lately. This came in very, very handy in the winter time when I was getting eczema around my eyelids, and using a normal like eyebrow razor was way too harsh for that skin. So that's where this came in. This is not something that's pulling the hair out for the root. It's just gently removing what's on the surface, and it did not irritate my flaky skin that I had around my eye when I had eczema. So that's why I was reaching for this at the time when I made the video. Right now, I'm not experiencing eczema around my eyes, so I am able to use a normal razor and have no issues. But when my skin is feeling a little bit sensitive and I don't want it to get any worse, then I'll reach for this. But out of the 3, it's probably what I use the least just because it's more situational for me. It's also a lot more gentler than plucking when my skin is acting that way. But on a normal day, tweezing is still my go-to for maintaining my brows. I like to get the hair from the root, makes it grow back slower, and it kind of just gives a cleaner appearance. But yeah, when I feel any kind of sensitivity or I actually see my skin flaking and experiencing eczema and whatnot, that's when I use this. All right, I hope you liked this brand deal product update video, and let me know if this is something that you want to see from me more regularly after I kind of do a few brand deals, because I do get the private messages asking for updates on the products that I promote. So thought this would be interesting. Let me know in the comments below if you've tried any of these products after seeing my videos on them and what your experience was. Regardless, I really do appreciate all the support that y'all give when I do have brand deals. Like I said, this is my job, and you all are why I get brand deals in the first place. So thank you for keeping me in a house and fed. All right, if you like this video, please hit thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, become the newest member of the Slashed Squad. We have a giveaway that's live now. I think it's only live for 1 more week, so definitely check that out. And if you've done both those things, then high five, but have you hit the bell icon so you know every time a new video goes live? Engage with this video in any way to make sure this face stays on your subscription page. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!